Welcome to this video about the LNUR Playout. This layout was designed and built by myself and Darren Rowe. So let's get started. We'll start off at the newest end of the layout, which is technically not quite finished yet, just waiting on a parts order. This one is the park and consists of a small number of buildings, little stream and a path. We have weeping angel statue terrorizing the waterfall. We have the fantastic One More Bricks greenhouse, and their equally nice One More Bricks telephone booth. We have Amanda Wake's little stall, and we have my own very quickly built and rather lazy stores room. Moving on, we have the level crossing in the station built by Darren. Very, very nice station. Eventually we will have the level crossing functional with a button where the no adults sign currently is, which will allow the kids to open and close the level crossings. But we're waiting on a bit more time to work on that because it's not quite functional yet. In front of the station we have a couple of shops, the toy store, and a fully kitted out Lego store, and a lady who is incredibly happy to have a magazine about trains. We can all dream. Behind the station, I'll tell you what, we'll have a quick look at the station building itself because it's very nice. And behind the station we have the town itself, currently made up of very slightly modified modulars. In the future, myself, Darren, some members of the LNUR and some friends of the layout will hopefully be building an interchangeable and rotatable roster of buildings to replace these. They might not be quite as detailed, but I think they'll be a lot more fun. We're talking some very silly buildings potentially, and I can't wait for that. Then we have the hilly wilderness area. At the moment it's hilly, but there's not much else to it. It's more One More Bricks builds in the shape of these sheep, which anybody who's seen my default scenic render will recognise. Thank you very much for letting me use those on there before I'd even bought any. At the moment, as you can see, we're missing the back. That is because it is at Darren's, getting a cutting fitted to it. Can't wait to see that. You can go around to the back of the layout where we have the yard. As you can see, not quite finished yet. Pretty low on the priority list, as during a show it's the last thing anybody will see. During normal show operation we will have 4 rakes of rolling stock, 2 sets of my Mark 0.5 coaches, 1 in blue and grey and 1 in custard and cream, a set of modified Emerald Night coaches with clear stories, and a set of Darren's freight trucks. Each of these train sets will contain 2 9-volt motors, allowing us to put any loco in front of them, making it easy to swap out trains and locos without re-railing lots of rolling stock and without having an infinite supply of motors to power everything. Then we go on to the locomotive stock. This is most of the locomotives that we'll normally run on the Playout. The stands will be improved in due time. At the moment they're a bit flimsy and a bit boring looking. We have my first attempt at a Great Western Railway Hall in the guise of Hogwarts Castle. The generic West Close Electric. A couple of pugs in the shape of a Lancashire and Yorkshire pug and a generic pug. 040 tank engine, again generic. My deluxe hindered side locomotive, currently powered, but that will become unpowered eventually, as will a Maersk locomotive, which isn't here at the moment. And then we have Lego's own Crocodile, which after building and having no idea what I was going to do with, I'm glad I decided to add it to the Playout roster, because it's nice enough to deserve a run out every so often. And my generic Mogul. The layout is powered by a PSU converted from a computer PSU, which then feeds this entirely custom regulator box, built entirely by Darren, who is a little bit of an electronic whiz amongst everything else he's good at, which then is connected to the rails via soldered wires. Here's the inside one. You can just about see them. And on the other side, the outside has the same setup. If you look closely, you'll see we have a white plug. This wire is instead of the controllers that we'd have at shows, which are two Scalextric controllers, which allow the kids to drive the trains, whilst we regulate the speed and the direction through here, which will be further back there at shows. Get some trains running. And with that, it just leaves us to have a nice overview of the final overview of the layout, and for me to say thank you for watching this video.